Chapter 25. Allison had no time to think. Instinct took over. Gasping for air, she gripped the crowbar tightly and swung it toward the mascot dog's chest. But he was fast, too fast. He deflected the attack with ease, using his massive palm to knock it aside, sending Allison stumbling backward. She trembled, every inch of her body screaming in pain. Sweat dripped down her face, her vision blurred with unshed tears, but she forced herself to push through it. The mascot dog let out a low, mocking chuckle before throwing a punch. Allison tried to dodge, but he was too quick. His fist slammed into her stomach and she doubled over, gasping, her balance lost. The crowbar slipped from her grasp, clattering to the ground. The pain was unbearable, nearly enough to knock her unconscious. Her breath hitched, her body felt like it had been pummeled relentlessly by an unstoppable force. A cold sensation spread through her limbs. Once again the urge to give up crept in, but her survival instincts wouldn't allow it. She had to keep fighting. Allison gritted her teeth, inhaling sharply. She had to beat this man. Summoning whatever strength she had left, she forced herself to her knees, even as her body screamed for rest. The mascot dog advanced, but this time she didn't back down. She met his gaze with fierce determination, gathering every ounce of energy she had left. She took a step forward, her right hand wrapping around the crowbar. The mascot dog threw another punch, but this time Allison was ready. She dodged, sidestepping at the last second, and with lightning-fast reflexes, she swung the crowbar into his ribs. The mascot dog staggered, caught off guard. Allison seized the opportunity. She followed up with another strike, this time to his back. He collapsed onto the ground. But she knew it wasn't over. Barely holding herself together, she watched as he slowly pushed himself up, his eyes burning with hatred. "Not bad. You're tougher than I thought." Allison narrowed her eyes. Her body was weak, but her mind was still sharp. She just needed one more opening. One chance to end this. The man rose to his feet, but his movements were sluggish now. The exhaustion was starting to show. Allison saw her chance. She decided to play smart. She took a shaky step back, feigning exhaustion, letting the mascot dog believe she was on the verge of collapse. "Looks like you're getting tired, miss," he taunted, raising his fists again. As he moved in closer, Allison suddenly pivoted and ran with everything she had left. When he lunged forward to strike, she took advantage of his overconfidence, swinging the crowbar with full force. This time her aim was perfect. The crowbar smashed into the back of his knee. He collapsed to the ground with a heavy thud. The mascot dog tried to get up, but it was too late. Despite her battered body, Allison used every last ounce of strength to bring the crowbar down on his throat. With a sickening crunch, the mascot dog hit the ground, motionless. For a moment, the arena was silent, except for Allison's ragged breathing. Sweat dripped from her forehead, and her entire body trembled violently. But she had done it. The fight was over. Gasping, Allison forced herself to stand, even though she felt like she was about to collapse. "I won," she whispered, more to herself than anyone else. "Won again? What the hell is with this girl? She's like a damn fighter," the monkey mascot scoffed, disbelief lacing his voice. From the sound of it, he was more annoyed than impressed. Shaking his head, he sighed. "Dear audience, I must apologize. You didn't get to see our survivors executed tonight. We underestimated them." Hearing that, rage boiled inside Allison. She wanted to hurl her crowbar at him, but her body was too drained to even lift it properly. Besides, breaking the rules meant she and Ben could be shot dead on the spot. A shame, really. "Tonight, we lost more of our mascots than expected," the monkey continued. "But that's just how it goes. What an unexpected fight." After a brief pause, he added, "As per our agreement, the remaining mascots will be executed, and the 2 surviving contestants will be set free." "We're really free?" Allison asked, her breath still uneven, disbelief clear in her voice. The monkey mascot nodded. "Yes, that's the rule. You're free to go." But neither Allison nor Ben truly believed him. After everything they had been through, it was impossible to trust that they would just be allowed to walk away. "Our show is over for the night," the monkey went on. "But before we part ways, I have one last offer for you both. Allison and Ben exchanged wary glances, dread creeping into their chests. What kind of offer? Allison rasped. The monkey mascot stepped forward, his mask appearing even more sinister under the dim light. You have two choices. He held up one finger. First option, you leave. No one will chase you. But with the state your bodies are in, you'll probably be dead in a few hours. Your injuries are too severe and you're running out of blood. So, if you want to gamble with fate, go ahead. Then he lifted a second finger. Second option, join us. Become part of the mascot family. We'll heal you, make you stronger. No more pain. No more suffering. He turned to the cameras and grinned. And of course you'll get all the benefits of being a mascot. No one will ever see you as weak again. You'll become the predator, not the prey. And in society, you'll live comfortably. We have sponsors who will make sure you have everything you need. Ben's eyes widened. What kind of offer is that? You think we're just a bunch of deranged killers like you? Allison snapped, fury seething in her voice. Screw that. We're still sane. Allison and Ben looked at each other. Silence stretched between them. The choices were brutal. If they left, they would die slowly. If they stayed, they would lose their humanity forever. I won't become one of you, Allison finally said, her voice raw with pain and anger. Hey, don't be hasty, the monkey said, holding up his hands. Take your time. I'll give you a moment to think it over. But remember, the longer you wait, the more blood you lose. Ben hesitated. Blood dripped from his wounds, making him weaker by the second. Allison, if we die out there, all of this was for nothing. But if we join them, we lose ourselves, Allison countered. Do you really want to become one of them? Killing people for entertainment? Ben didn't answer, but conflict was written all over his face. The monkey mascot watched them with amusement, his wide grin never fading. Allison gripped Ben's hand tightly. We have to go. We have to at least try to survive. Ben closed his eyes, letting out a shaky breath. Finally he nodded. All right. If that's what you want. The monkey sighed, clearly disappointed. But he didn't seem angry. An interesting choice. But I doubt you'll last long. He clapped his hands, and two mascots pushed open a massive gate on the side of the arena, revealing a dark, empty exit. You're free to go, the monkey announced. Using every ounce of strength they had left, Allison and Ben forced themselves forward. Each step felt heavier than the last, but they kept moving. As they passed through the gates, laughter echoed behind them, chilling and menacing. They knew this wasn't over. They had made their choice. But they also knew it might be their last.